Greetings, dear brothers and sisters, dear sons and daughters in the light. I am Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great. And how wonderful it is you are here with us, learning higher ways and higher progress on your spiritual path, learning to see greater steps before you, learning to understand how to heal your lives greater and how to become more joyful in the love in all that you do. I, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, will say to you, happy is the one who sees these words, and happy is the one who understands that the great Lord has returned to shepherd the people to the great light. For I, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, always promised the people I would return. And indeed I have returned to your deepest spaces to guide so many people to the great gates of love and light. I will state once again that I will not work with any other channel other than my designated channel, Suzanna Maria Emmanuel, for she was purposely designed to carry out the divine mission, and millions will become happy to see the arrival of the great mission and the great energies. For we are here to take you upwards to the greater gates of awakening and the greater gates of glory and the greater kingdom that has always been a great part within you. These learnings are like a university of love and light. You learn, you expand, you advance. Not one teaching is for nothing. All teachings have many learnings within them. And with each teaching you hear through this channel, you understand your greater path greater. And it is so important to learn to listen to our higher ways. Suzanna is a channel of divine love, and she is a messenger, and she is never to be worshipped in any way. But we say to you, please listen to us. Please understand that it is the divine speaking to you now. My channel is from such greater realms to bring you through these messages, for no one else could possibly bring so much through in such a little time. And yet we say to you that it is only just begun. For we are here to guide you to higher ways. But how many people are listening at this moment? How many people recognizing that it is time to awaken? It is time to awaken to your greater heart. For it is now ready for you to enter into. One of the greatest questions that has been raised upon this earth must be answered now. How many people desire the love and the light? Will they come to the love and the light with their hearts, or will they not? Will they desire to learn the higher ways of truth and of light, or will they not? Even many spiritual people also are being tested at this time. Will they want to see the divine rising, or will they stay hidden in these sacred rooms, saying, "Oh Lord, it is not happening"? For many don't believe that I would return. They say, it is not so. Yes, we believe in Christ's consciousness, but we don't believe in the actual Lord returning through a channel. Yet I say to you, this is far greater than even understanding Christ's consciousness. For that is only the very beginning of your ultimate growth is to grow into that consciousness. For you are part of all the Christ consciousness. You're part of all that is. But how can you step into that deeper when you don't even know who I, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, am? And how can you go deeper into your thoughts and into your ways if you don't want to carry the torches of light like you promised so long ago? So many people promised, yes, Lord, I will be there at the time when you return. I will open the door for you. I will allow you to come in with all my heart. I will want to do that, great Lord. And yet, when I look upon your plane, how many people are carrying out that promise? So many say, oh, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, I do not believe it is you. Please understand that all things are here to help you grow. I'm asking you to become more flexible with your thoughts. So many people believe in something and then they don't want to shift their ideas into higher understandings, as if they know everything about us, as if they know everything about the divine path and about themselves. Others say, oh, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, I don't need healing, thank you. I say to you, how can you say that, dear ones? For you've been so far removed from the true path. Surely you must want to listen. For listening is very important for you, because you're taking in higher energies when you listen. It is time to wake up, dear friends. So many people are so involved in their own path. They say, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, I simply don't have time to listen to you. Well, I, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, say, what is more important in your life than listening to the divine? You watch plenty of television programs. You go out with your friends. Oh, but you say those things are necessary, Lord Emmanuel the Great. Those things are necessary in my life. I say to you, isn't it more necessary to understand a deeper path so that you can grow into it with all your beauty and all your might? Stop being so blind. Stop wanting to avoid it. For any avoidance, it certainly will not be helped, friends. Many people in the past also tried to avoid the higher ways, and it did not end up very well for them. They were always too busy with their own programs. They ignored my being. I used to say to them, come and sit with us. Come and enjoy the peace and the love. Come and be in the glory of who you are. Oh, but Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, we're too busy with our own ascension programs. We don't want to listen to you. Who are you to say something to us? You say we're like gods. So we choose that. We choose not to listen to the great divine. So I bring that question to you now. How much have you evolved since that time? Are you ready yet to listen? Are you ready yet to understand higher paths and higher truth? Or are you still too busy in your heart? For it is something then that you must learn to forgive and understand your deeper priorities. For your deeper priorities mean all things. Means whether you will advance or not. all things must be tested. So please understand that it is a crucial time for the great awakening to happen. Without you, there would be no greatest awakening happening. Imagine if everyone said that. And imagine there were no more channels. Because channels believe in their own things. Imagine if there was nothing coming through from the great divine anymore, except one channel, just the one. Would you desire to listen to that one? For I say to you, as Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, I am the only being that will give you the greatest truth. And for my being, there is no other channel other than my designated channel, Suzanna Maria Emmanuel. And so for my being, when I look at all the messages I desire to bring to the people, I say there is no other channel for my being. And it is time for people to awaken to that, to see that greater truth, and to understand that a whole new awakening frequency is coming to your plane. Whole new teachings are coming. For what you have received is only so little. But are you wanting to listen to it? Or are you too busy? For I am calling all those who desire the greater path and the greater truth now. 2,000 years ago, when I was working with my channel, Jesus, who was my designated channel then, and I would work through no one else. At that time, I stated very clearly to the people, please learn to listen, for all the keys of truth and love are within you. Go into your secret rooms and learn to listen to the great truth of the great divine. Learn to understand that all is true. Yet so few people stuck with the greater teachings. So many heard Jesus bring the greater teachings through a few times, and then they went off, saying, I'm not interested in you, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great. I'm not interested in your divine wisdom. I don't want you in my life. I feel you are not part of my vibes. I say to you, are you not? For who else created your being? How can you say that? Are you not an essence of my being, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great? Are you not a part of the great divine's thoughts? Or do you wish to ignore that? So many people in the past have. This is why there's still no peace and no love upon your plane. If so many people learn to listen, you would have peace and love upon your plane at this time. Is that not more important to you than watching your television screens or visiting your friends and ignoring the greater teachings? Please, friends, learn to listen. Learn to understand the importance of these teachings. Learn to go over the teachings so many times. For whenever you do that, you learn more things. For within one teaching are many teachings. Not once will you hear the same truths. Not once, because the energies constantly shift of the teachings also. What you heard a year ago is not what you will hear now, because you've advanced so much. When you become clearer with your thought system, with your deepest spiritual truth, all things advance forwards. You're learning to accept higher energy frequencies. You're learning to understand how you are evolving. So I, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, say to you, please understand the importance that the Great Divine has returned to the people to help you become more peaceful within you and to help you to become more greater. And these words are exactly the same as 2,000 years ago when my channel Jesus was upon this plane. And they are going also more deeper than in the times of Jesus. And Jesus was a very faithful channel to the Great Divine, and so is Suzanna. And so I, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, appreciate her work very, very much so. Even when she's tired, when she's exhausted, she will still carry on regardless. Why? Because she has a deep love for the universe and a deep love for the people. I ask you to appreciate that always. And next time I will return with another teaching. Greetings, I am Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great.